And when you take a look, for example, maybe we can take a look, for example, at the meme cemetery.
Oh yeah.
The meme cemetery is a video installation which I have done. There's like this, I don't even know how it's called. I think it's a Stephen King film. In German, it's called Friedhof der Kuscheltiere. It's like it's like a light horror movie. So I've recreated this with the memes because memes are now nobody uses these memes anymore.
Welcome, Fedi Friends, to episode 31 of Fireside Fedi. I'm your host, Ozoned. Fireside Fedi is a show about folks within the Fediverse. If you're seeing this, you're in the Fediverse. Yes, even you folks that are not currently on the Fediverse, you, for the time being, are. So take that. You're part of us. Ah, we got them. Sorry. It's very
That,
early. It's early for me here.
That really did not sell well. We have to train it. Didn't you mention you're working on your marketing skills? You have said
I'm
something like this.
supposed to be. Yeah, that I don't, did I go too far on that one?
Yeah, that did not come out really
Oh,
quite.
okay. I'll try again next time. So just let everyone know it's 9 a.m. here. I'm working on waking up, so I'm gonna be a bit weird and goofy, but also you probably hear I have a bit of a upper respiratory issue going on. I'll try my best not to cough in the mic, but I'll mute myself if I can. I'll keep myself muted. But anyway, with me today is Lioh.
Hey.
Lioh is an amazing artist, developer, and teacher. Lioh was one of the original citizens of the Fediverse and helped contribute to GNU Social, as well as being the founder of the largest German-speaking news outlet on Linux and free software. Lioh, you have an amazing background, and I can't wait to talk about it. I told Lioh earlier, there's no way we're getting through everything, but I want to at least start because Lioh is absolutely amazing, and I had a lot of fun talking to Lioh originally. So welcome, Lioh. How would you like to be addressed?
Just Leo's fine. Thank you very much for having me today.
All right. So the quick and easy. How'd you get to where you're at today?
How to get to out of bed? How did I get out of bed today? I got out of bed
Well,
quite well. I'm really fit, actually.
I mean,
So I'm taking over this part from you today. I'm cheering you up. I'm cheering you up.
yes,
I'm your
yes.
cheer up host today. Today with me we have Ozoned, a little bit under the weather.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for having me on your show. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
thank you very much.
I every single time I ask that question, I've waited for someone to be like, "Well, I walked in the door and I sat down." But how did you what is your history of art and computers and whatever you want to talk to that led you to on the path that you're at today? And yes, sleeping uh is a part of that. You could probably leave that part out, but maybe I'm wrong.
The sleepwalking artist.
The sleepwalking artist, that'd be amazing.
You can call me like that. You have called me technical artist. I have told you before, technical artist is far away of what I'm doing. Actually, I sometimes use tech stuff to do my art, but I use a lot of other things to do art, like wood
Well,
and metal and all other kind of materials like plastic. I like to glue a lot. I like to glue things together. Paper. I love paper.
so
Uh,
which do you think came first though? Do you think the technical side of your stuff? Because again,
mm,
you were a developer working on the Fediverse, and we'll get to that. But I want to talk about Leo's art first. Did the art come first?
yes, definitely. I came first. I was, yeah, like most of the artists, or a lot of artists I know. I started also with a pen and a paper, the typical way, and a lot of pens and a lot of paper and black book and sketchbooks. And I have first started off with doing graffiti and graffiti on the streets, which is quite invasive. And at one point, I have got arrested for doing graffiti. And I have changed a little bit my mind, and I wanted to do some more not so destructive destructive art, so art that you could that is there and still
It's the
there in the public,
destructive
because I
art.
like art to be visible in the public for everybody and enjoyable in the public for everybody. But I don't want to be. I do no longer want it to be so destructive. So then
Yes.
I've searched for new ways, and luckily the computer came along. And that time the Commodore 64 was my first computer, and I have
Oh wow.
started to use this computer to actually make art with the computer. With there was this I don't even know if it was called ANSI on the Commodore, but you had this special on every key you could draw like squares and little circles and symbols and kind of stuff, these ANSI characters,
Oh yeah,
and you
yeah,
can
yeah,
do
yeah. Yeah.
complete paintings like with
Yeah.
this Commodore keyboard and in colors. I don't know how many colors there were, not 265 something. I don't remember actually.
Yeah.
And I have drawn this kind of drawings on the Commodore 64. I actually, before Warhol did anything on the Amiga, so fuck off Warhol. He's dead, sorry. Go ahead, Warhol. So I have done this stuff before Warhol, and that's actually pretty great when I think about it. And this is was my starting point, and I had to learn because there was no.
Yep.
You're still
We lost
alive?
Lioh. Yep. Okay. Sorry.
Perfect. You just have to be fine. Otherwise, you have to tell me. Then we make a break.
No, 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 no. We're good. I just had to cough real quick. Sorry. I didn't want to cough in the mic. So
So what
Warhol stole your shtick, is what you're saying.
Warhol stole my shit. I make a piece out of it. Warhol stole my shit. It's a nice name for my next piece. I just take it. So yeah, it's nice. Isn't it? So what I had to do is as there was no software on the Commodore 64, there was in
Okay.
that time there was no software to make art. So I had to program first the software to make my art in the software. And that was my journey to software development. And somehow it stuck to me. And that led me also to
See.
making free software, because I have
Oh my
enjoyed so much
God.
and I was missing this software, Nobody was there. There was no software. There was no community in that time.
But this is one of the most amazing things, because this is kind of the dream that I've had with like, I think everyone should have access to computers, because it allows you to evolve and create and make things people never thought of, and it got you into building computer building software, right? And that's where we need to be. And no one had to sit you down in a class and be like, "Oh, just do this, this, and this." Like, you were just like, I want to do this. I want to make art with the computer, but it doesn't exist. Okay, I'll just figure out how to make it." Like, that's
Yeah.
I that is
It's a little bit a two-sided sword, actually. I would have
yeah,
been
I imagine.
happy. I would have been happy if there would have been a class. I would have been happy if there would have been someone who could have taught me that, but there simply was no one.
But
That
would
was the
you
time.
but would you have learned as much? I mean, I'm
Yeah,
one. I'm a person that thinks that having a mentor can massively speed up your learning, but by being perseverant, by you having to figure it out, there is some value in that. But yes, it needs kind of a balance. But you didn't have that, so you just went forward with it.
I had to go forward with it. And this has led me also to some other things, because this has led me to my experience that I would like to share with others
Yes.
what I did not have.
Yep.
I have lost your video now. I'm not sure if you see me.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
still see
got it.
you. I hear you as
Yeah,
well.
perfect. So what I was coming up with was the idea of free software. Richard Stallman in that time was the first one who spoke about it. And then there was, yeah, quite some time afterwards, there was the Free Software Foundation in Europe. And I initially became a member and started to build up here in Switzerland, the Free Software Foundation Europe in Switzerland. And I started to share all my work also under free software licenses, all my software that I developed. And I also teach the things that I have learned, for example, like Linux. I'm only using Linux on all my computers. Also, to do my art, I only use free software. And I am trying to give back what I did not had in that time, because I have really, this is why I said it's somehow a two-sided sword. I would have really liked to have someone who has taught me all that stuff, but I did not.
But you
So
learned
I want to
anyway.
make it better. Yeah, I have learned it anyway, and
See,
I,
this,
the
but
good thing, the good.
I get your point though. Like you didn't have someone, so you wanted to be there. You want to be there to be that mentor, to give that stuff out. One of the conversations that I had with folks is like when I started my nonprofit, they're like, well, why, why don't you sell your knowledge? It's like, because I learned it for free. Like I want to give back. I want to share that as well. I want to help people. And it's
Yeah, but
so
this is there you are. You're stepping on the wrong toe with me, because I think it is important that we ask for money for the things that we are doing. I think this is one thing we are always missing. I think this is something free software developers has never learned, to put a price on the things that we do. I think
that's
it's
fair.
good to
Yeah.
ask for money for my things. I'm asking for donations, for example, to take part in my course or download my software. I'm asking for donations for it because I know the value of what I'm giving. And I want
Yep.
that the people sees the values and appreciate it. And I welcome when they show their appreciation. I really, really welcome that. And I think it's an important thing to do, that we really say also, no, we give out free software, we build things for the community, but it has a price. It's my time what I'm
Oh
giving.
yeah. No,
It's
I
my
agree.
knowledge what I'm giving.
Yeah.
And this is something we have really never learned. And I'm fighting for this for a long time, and trying to build some kind of awareness. And I know that it's difficult, because most of the people that I know also in the free software scene come from this generation Napster, and they think they can get everything for free out of the internet. They can. I don't care if you download your movies pirated. I don't care. But please pay for free software. Pay for my stuff. Do it. Donate for my
Yeah.
things.
No,
It's
that's,
really
I mean,
important, because
I,
like this, you show that you appreciate my work. It's the
yeah.
best way. Money is a really great way to show appreciation. For when you say thank you, it's also fine, but money is even better, because then I can buy me coffee for that, or buy you a coffee for that,
Well,
which is even better right now.
so you have linuxcurs.ch.
Yes, this one thing. We have linuxcourse.ch, yeah. It's in
Mm-hmm.
German. It's where I share all my knowledge for what I've learned with Linux, based on Slackware, because I have learned all this stuff from the ground up. I had, yeah, in that time, I don't know if you have been using Linux so long. I have been using Linux like 1994. And at that time, nothing
Yeah, you're
worked out
pretty
of the
new.
box. So I had to build
Yeah.
the Xorg configuration file, and I had this fucking this PEEP service
Oh, you're
logic
fine.
graphics cards, which did not work at all on Linux. So I had to build all that
Yeah.
stuff on my own. Yeah, that was so annoying. And now everything
But
works. Now everything, you put an Ubuntu USB stick in your computer, and everything works out of the box. You don't have to do anything. And I
but it
want to teach, and this is the point. Then you just have a computer. But all what I have learned it the hard way. I have learned it through
yes.
building all the stuff that did not work. That
Yes.
was what taught me all. So in my course, I teach you, instead of, yeah, here you have Linux and then try to figure out how it works, I teach you how to build your own Linux system from the scratch. Like, you have nothing in the beginning, you have a terminal, and then you have to build up your desktop environment, like installing KDE Plasma or XFCE or something like that.
Well, and that's
And configuring.
and in this case, like, yeah, I understand too about your point of, we, because of folks like you that pushed through the hard times, right, and made it easier for us. This is still some of the standard stuff that we talk about with, you're building right now. If you hop into Linux, you're building on the backs of giants that have done this for 30 years and made it easier for you, right? And we need to appreciate that and never forget that the early pioneers. It's the same way with the Fediverse, right? Like yourself, you were on GNU Social. You helped. What kind of role did you take there? Because GNU Social, if most don't know it. So first off, if folks don't know GNU Social, GNU Social was, I don't know if it still is, it was an attempt to do what now we call the Fediverse. It didn't have ActivityPub at first, if I remember correctly. They ended up building it, bundling it in, but I don't even know if it's still up right now. So, do you want to go into how
Should
you got
I?
involved in GNU Social and then?
So GNU Social, first of all, was Identica. This was like the first platform, and Identica disappeared, and we have started something new based on the code. And GNU Social was like the initial federated social network. Friendica was also there in that time, and Diaspora was also there in that time. And we were building the roots for what we have right now. And the protocol which we were using was called OStatus. OStatus is
Status, that's
still
right.
also,
Yep.
yeah, it is also in use. Now we are talking mostly about ActivityPub. ActivityPub is a great development, and there are also plugins for ActivityPub for social. So GNU Social has also been redesigned completely. There's an attempt to build a completely new version on, because GNU Social is based on PHP, on a modern framework and with all this kind of stuff, but is at the moment is stalled. So we would be happy if someone pick up the code and continues developing it, because it is a GNU project. It is a part of the GNU universe. So it's officially located there. So if you contribute code there, you get a great standing, you get also good visibility, and we would be really happy if there would be a new version of GNU Social out again. In that time, what I have contributed was, first of all, I was hosting the biggest instance in Switzerland, gnusocial.ch, which is not there anymore in the meanwhile. So I've been an admin, I've been a moderator, and I've contributed code to the software, mostly about the whole, how it looked, the whole design, the HTML code, the CSS and PHP code, and what you still have there now in the code base. And from that came Eugen with Mastodon, and Eugen did his own thing, and he has not cooperated the way how we would have wished he would have, which is understandable because he was the new kid on the block and he had his vision. I like this also because this brings fresh energy and brings also new things.
Right.
But of course, we have been there for 10 years already, and we have been doing our stuff, and we had our principles. For example, yes, for example, we had these pling groups. In GNU Social or also in Friendica, you could have these groups, a group, and the group was always hosted on an instant. And you could subscribe to the group. This group was introduced with a pling sign, pling Linux, for example.
Mm-hmm.
And you could subscribe to the group. There was a wiki page which was showing all the groups.
Right.
There was no central directory. Fediverse still has no central. We always think there's a central directory. It is not. And so we had these groups, we had the wiki page, everybody knew, you have to look on the wiki page, and there you find the groups, and you subscribe to the groups which are of interest for you. And then through this, you have met the people who have similar interests, and you have built your friendships, really long-lasting friendships I have gained through the Fediverse, which I still know from the early beginnings. And so you had these interest groups, and this Eugen did not want. We have asked for this feature, and he did not want to implement it in Mastodon. So in Mastodon, you just have hashtags. Hashtags is not the same because hashtags does not really federate very well. Hashtags only shows you the content that is known to your instance. Most of the people don't know that. Most of the people don't know when they search for a hashtag Linux, for example, or hashtag art, you only see the content that is known to the instance where you are on.
Right.
It does not show all the content of all the Fediverse. No, it does not work like this. And with the groups, you had all the content because it was federated through these pling groups, and you have seen everything that was going through the groups. So there was intentionally a group functionality because we also had hashtags in that time. But he just ignored it because he said hashtags is enough. And you don't feel it so much today because most of the people are on these big instances like Mastodon.online or
Sure, right. Mastodon
Mastodon.social.
social.
There are
Right.
millions of people on this one instance. Makes no sense. It's completely against the idea of the Fediverse. The initial idea of the Fediverse would be you have your own instance, I have my own instance. There's me on it, there's you on your instance, and we talk to each other. Maybe I have some friends and families all also on my instance. That's all.
Sure, yeah.
A lot of small instances. This is healthy. One big instance, we have seen it. We always see it over and over
Well, and
again.
I think lots of people are working on those kinds of things with what do they call them, like relays, and there's lots of talk about different how to do user interaction and user identification in the Fediverse. But yeah, it's an evolving process, right? So
No, but this is I don't see really any work done on that. There has been some assistance, really not. There has been
never
some
enough time and
assistance.
people. Yeah.
No, because there's no interest in it, because it just
Yeah.
works. This is the point. This is the point with everything which has to do with software. As long as it just works for the ones who are using it, there will be no improvement because there's no need to improve anything. No, you don't feel the need, but you will feel the need once, for example, Mastodon Online is down. Then the big part of the Fediverse, a really big part of the Fediverse, will be not there anymore. And this has happened from the beginning with
Oh yeah.
Identica. This has happened with GNU Social, also with Quitter. There was Quitter. Quitter was a GNU Social front end, a little bit more shiny, which looked a little bit like Twitter. Quitter, Quitter, Quitter.no, for example, was a big instance, has thousands and millions of users, just closed, was there, not there anymore. And this is a big problem with this monopole, what we are building, because this has nothing to do with the initial idea of the Fediverse. And what we have to do instead is building small instances and communicate better with each other. But the point is, when you have a small instance, you don't have any content on your instance.
Right. Yeah.
You see a lot of content when you're on a big instance.
Right. So
Because
it sounds like you're more interested in building, finding ways to empower those on small instances to receive the same content, which will make it so people can more easily switch to a small instance, right? So
no, my no, my vision, my idea of how it would work the best would be if you would have an app on your computer, on your handy or whatever, and this app would be your instance.
oh right,
This
yeah,
app
yeah, yeah.
is
We talked
you
about
in
that.
the Fediverse.
Right,
This would be perfect because then it's completely distributed.
right. And I think I've we had that conversation back when we originally were talking about a show. Um, I've had a similar thought where you take your phone, yeah, you spin up an application, it's a server and the client, but then how do you handle it if I lose my phone?
Yeah, of
Like you
course,
have
you
to
need backup
have,
strategies. For example, I use, for example, the messenger Delta Chat. Delta Chat is an email-based messenger, secured by GPG, known standards, is my favorite messenger.
as
This,
long as you're not, see, that's I remember, I don't know if it was that specific one, but I've definitely seen those before. And the problem that comes in my opinion, is that people then use like their Gmail email account. And it's like you're,
no, but this has been solved. I also don't want to go so because now we have this chat mail servers. It's all solved. Data chat is usable.
oh,
You can
okay.
just use it out of the box. The project recommends you already servers. You can just use one of their servers. You will have no issues. Separated
Oh,
from
okay.
your if you separate it from your general email address, you're fine. I use it with my general email address because I know what I'm doing. But if you are new to Delta Chat, separate it, use one of the accounts they offer, and you are completely fine. You are
What
ready
is,
to go.
what was the app again?
Delta Chat, it's called Delta Chat.
Data
But what I wanted
chat.
to say, what I wanted to say is that there you can have the same things. I have the same content on my computer. I have the same content on my phone. I have the same content on the other computer and on another
Right.
computer.
Right.
And I have the same content. I have the same content on Ubuntu Touch, and I have the same
Well,
content on Android. So you can have all this. I also don't want to go into technical details about my vision of how a good federated app would look like. What I want to talk about more a little bit would be the issues that we face, because these issues we are still facing right now, for example, also in PeerTube, and we have massive issues in PeerTube. On Mastodon, just to recap, on Mastodon, we don't have this anymore because we have these big instances. When a new user subscribes to a big instance, they see a
they
lot
can
of
find their
content.
content easily.
They
Yeah.
see already a lot of content. If you are not familiar with how this works, if you have an instance and you have, for example, 3 users, this 3 users follows 5 users. So the content of these 5 users is pulled to your instance. So everybody on your instance will see all the tools from this, or for all the posts from these 5 users. These 5 users are then known to your instance. So you see
Right.
all this content from everybody who follows someone else. So like this, you build your local timeline. This is how the Fediverse still works. And the local timeline is full when you have a big server, because then there are millions of people there, and then you see a lot of content because they follow each other on the same instance. They follow other people on other instances where their content gets pulled in to, for example, the big instance. And this is why currently it works for most of the people. But
Right. Yes.
technically, it does not. Technically, it does not. We don't have a central discovery server. We only see the content that is known to our instance. I only see the content that is known to my instance.
Well, there
And this
is
is,
there is like sepia search. Do you know sepia search?
now we're talking about PeerTube, but I would like first to finish
Yeah.
the part of
Oh
Mastodon,
yeah,
because
yeah. Go
Mastodon is
ahead.
now
Yeah.
the biggest part. So what we have there is that we have the big instances and the small instances. You can build your content if you know how it works, but for a new user, a small instance is not recommended. For a new
Right.
user, it's recommended also not using a big instance, and Mastodon even does not recommend to use Mastodon.online or Mastodon.social anymore, as far as I know. They have done it, they have promoted their big instances in the beginning, but as far as I know, they are not doing it anymore. So what they do now, they make this welcome onboarding show where you can choose your interest, and they find instances where there are a lot of people which share your interests, which is somehow similar to what we have done with the groups. You remember what I have talked about before? The Pling
Right.
groups is somehow similar. So like this, you find your users, your content, your friends, whatever. And this works. This works, but this works, I always say this works like a mushroom. This works like a fungi. There is no technical solution. We don't have a central discovery server. We don't have a central
Right.
user directory. We
Yeah,
have
that's
nothing of that. It does not exist. So it just works like a fungi spreading the seeds or the roots, finding the content naturally, which is fine. It's perfectly fine. I just wanted to mention that technically the Fediverse is not a good solution yet. I say yet in air
yet.
quotes because, yeah, there are ways, and we was aware of that. And when there would not have been Mastodon now, maybe would have been a little bit more forward now, because we was working towards that. We was working
Right.
towards finding solutions for this initial problems which are deep rooted in the Fediverse. But you as a user, when you are a user, you don't feel it anymore. It works okay-ish. You will find your content somehow. If you are on the right server, if you have the right people on your timeline, if you have a good local feed, then you are going to find your people. But technically, it's a mess. And this we will see now when we talk about PeerTube, because PeerTube works different. We have now talked about that on Mastodon. When I follow someone, the content, each tweet, each post of the people I follow are visible or known to my timeline, to my server. My server knows all the posts from the people I follow.
Right.
When I follow someone on Mastodon online, this person is known on my server. Other people on my server will find the posts from the people that I follow. They see them because the server has pulled the posts in. The server has pulled the content in, or
So
the content has been pushed out, to say it correctly.
do you think ActivityPub either can do this now or can be evolved to do this so that new
I
instances
don't
can
see.
find that content?
I don't see the no. I would first like to point out that we see clearly what the problem is that we face now with PeerTube, because everybody's complaining about PeerTube, but the problem is really easy to understand once you have understood how the Fediverse works and how how the content is pulled in and this kind of thing. Because on PeerTube it works different, intentionally different. Intentionally, there's intention why it works different, because we work with other content. We have videos, it's large data. We don't want to
Yes.
spread a lot of videos over the internet. We don't want to.
Right.
It's intentionally designed like that, but it causes a lot of problems within PeerTube and it limits its growth. Because like this, how we have talked about this fungi mushroom style, how it is now with Mastodon or Friendica or the Fediverse in general, the text-based Fediverse, even also with PixelFed, is like it works somehow naturally, because the fungi is spreading its roots and find your users. But this does not work on PeerTube, because on PeerTube, when I follow someone on another instance, the content is not automatically known to other users on my instance, as long as I don't interact with it. And interact means I have to like it, I have to make thumbs up, I have
Right,
to write the
sure.
content. As soon as I do this, then the video is pulled into my instance, and my instance knows the video and shows it also in the search. And this is why we have to learn to interact with each other much more on
This
PeerTube.
is and this comes back to the whole in a whole different way. This comes back to the standard YouTube of like and subscribe, because interacting, at least we're not feeding an algorithm, but it still matters in the sense that that is how our videos get shared to people that are not aware of us. So if you're watching this, like and subscribe.
Like
But
and subscribe. I have also a PeerTube channel. Toxviz is
yes,
called.
I wanted to show that too. So it's
Yeah, but let's first
okay,
maybe
go
first
ahead.
sum this up, because I have just today, just before the show, I have had a similar experience, and it was like this. And this I really wanted to talk about. I have seen someone on my timeline which I did not know before, and he has written an article about self-hosting. A nice little blog post about self-hosting. And
Mm-hmm.
mostly all of my tutorials about self-hosting. So what I have done is I have contacted this person, it's a German person, I've contacted this person, I've said, hey, I have seen your article, very nice. Could you perhaps recommend my videos? Because I think it's exactly for the people you're addressing. And he writes back, normally I don't like these things when the people just write me, hi, can you recommend my video? And forget about this. We have to support each other. This is our mission. We have to
Yes,
promote shamelessly all the time. We have to promote each other.
which we're
This
all
is what we
bad
have to
at,
do.
but yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but it's badass, but it's what everybody else does, and there's nothing bad about it. It's important, and we have learned, we are the good citizens. We have learned to always hold back, to always be shy. No, don't ask for too much. No, we have to say, yes, thumbs up, you're doing great stuff, share, like, more, boost. This is what we have to do, and we have to learn this. On YouTube, everybody knows how to do these things. They
Yeah.
support each other
Well,
because
and
they're winning money out of it. But we can
yes,
support
yeah.
each other anyhow, no matter if we're winning money. And there's also nothing bad in winning money. It's good to win money with what you're doing, what you love. You should win money with that. It's important, because in the future it's the only thing that there is left when the whole AI has taken over the world. Then the only thing is, well, yeah, it's true. Then you can just do what you love to
No,
do.
it's funny because you're saying that, and like I was looking up Delta Chat, and like all the top options were join our AI thing. And I'm just like, oh God.
Ah, but this is then you have some.
But
I have to send you the link. This has nothing to do with AI. Then you have
oh
found the
no, no,
wrong
no, no,
page.
no, no. I know I was looking up the wrong thing. And we got it. Someone Chris
Ah,
in
yeah,
chat
okay.
posted about it. But I love your passion. I love your dedication to this. This is beautiful. Because yeah, you're right. And whenever I watch YouTube and they're like and subscribe, I'm like, oh God, shut up. But no, there's nothing wrong with promoting your product, right?
Promoting each other,
And
promoting
promoting
each
each other.
other,
Yes,
being
because
there for
it
each other.
promotes the platform. Like
Yes, and
we
it
want.
promotes also us.
Mm.
It promotes our good. We in Germany there's a saying: "Tue Gutes und rede darüber." That means like do good deed and talk about it. Because what it's worth when you do good things and nobody knows about it. So you have to
I
talk about it. This is, for example, why I like my art to be visible in public for everybody. Still, I still do street art. I still glue posters on the walls. I still do it because I think it's important that everybody can enjoy it and interact with my things. And we have to promote these things. And I have the right thing for this to promote. I'm not sure if I can show it in the camera. We have now, shameless, we have now Fediverse t-shirts. Can you see it?
yes, yes.
We have this in dark blue. And we have also a white one for the
Where can I
ones who
get
like
those?
it
Where
more
can I
bright.
get those? I saw that. I saw a picture yesterday on PyFed, and I
Yes,
where
you can get this on my webpage spacefun.ch merch, and then you get to the shop. But
I
I
want
will
that.
we will do the quiz later, and you will get the prize because I'm going to send you a T-shirt for free. You just
No,
have to
you're
mail
not.
me. No, I want to. I want to gift you a T-shirt for your work as an appreciation for your work because I think you're doing great things
Leo,
for the Fediverse.
thank
So
you
you
so
just have
much.
to
I will.
mail me. You just have to mail me your size. We have to order one size bigger because the shirts are a little bit tight. So I don't even know if I have to speak with the company if we ship to the US. But I'm going to order it for you and I package it for you and I send it to you. You just have to mail me your
Oh,
address
these are
and we are good
beautiful.
to go.
I'll
You're
absolutely
welcome.
do that, and I'll absolutely wear the hell out of it because I
That would be
agree.
great.
I love talking about this stuff to people, and everyone I've talked to about the Fediverse, like everyone is sick and tired of the current state of the internet, and everyone has to use it, and everyone wants their own piece to not worry about some techno king just coming in and swiping their stuff, or they want to protect their students, and it's like, well, I can't protect my students on Twitter, so we can't do Twitter, and it's just like there's other options. But those shirts are awesome. So yeah, it's and I'll make sure to put this in the link. All the links will be in the description because these shirts are great. It's so for those that don't know and can't see it, or you're on the audio version, if you know the United Federation of Planets from Star Trek, it's that, which looks great. And then it has the Fediverse symbol in it. It says United Federation of the Fediverse. I love that. That is so perfectly nerdy for me. I love this. Um, wow. And again, Leo, you have so much passion and love for this stuff, and you just want to see it grow and expand, and like you're not saying like you have to use my software, but let's learn from each other, right? And let's sit down and talk and let's promote each other. And yeah, it's a beautiful thing, and we need more folks like yourself just reminding us of something as simple as that.
Mhm.
Because that's how we support each other. Financial, yes, but if you have one viewer that gives $1, that's still important. But if you get out there and you have 10,000 viewers that'll give $1, that's life changing, right? And that money does count, and that money does help, and that money will allow us to focus and be more direct to help the Fediverse even more. It's a feedback loop. So I absolutely agree with you there. And I'll do my best. I'll try. Maybe I need to take some classes on how to promote myself from you, Leo, because you're obviously very passionate. Um, and I love this. This is great. This is wonderful. I want to, if you're okay pivoting a bit, I want to look at your art
Yes, okay, yeah.
because I love your art. So it's art.ch.
Art.ch, yeah.
Do you want to talk about that?
I don't really see it where you're looking at. I'm not sure. I just look at the video stream,
Yeah, I
but
mean, if you had the stream up, you might be able to see it, but I'm just
no,
looking
maybe.
at
But
the.
I can open the page on my browser at the
Okay,
same time, so we can scroll down. Maybe we start really at the bottom, scroll at the end of the page.
scroll to the end of the page. Sure, we can do that.
Yes.
I saw the RMS one, so I
Yes.
click on that.
At the end of the page, you see, for example, there are different things. There's this big installation. This I've done in the Kunsthaus in Zurich. It was like 5 meters high. It's called Rescue Boat for Dead People. It's about all the people who are dying by crossing the ocean just to have a better life. And that was a 24-hour installation. I have slept there in the museum.
Oh wow.
I've spent a complete day, and most of the people were really shocked. A lot of my work shocks the people because it brings them to their own, yeah, that they are also part in what is happening. Each of us has a responsibility of what is happening in the world, and each of us can make the world a little bit better, which we try with federated software, with free software. We are doing this every day.
Well,
And then you have, for example,
there's nothing wrong with shocking people because this shit happens, right? And like putting it front and center for them, like that's what you want. You want them to feel uncomfortable because you want them to realize, hey, even though you're at an art installation, this shit is happening right now.
yeah. And then you have, for example, when you take a look at this glory of war, is a Korean soldier. And I have glued,
Whoa.
this is made out of several pieces of paper, which I have
Yep.
glued together on the wall. I have asked for permission to do that before. I have get the permission for, is in front of a museum. I have got the permission from the museum. Yeah, you can do
Okay,
that.
nice.
And this piece I have glued it with glue mixed together with my own blood. I have taken blood before at the doctor and I have mixed it in the glue.
Wow.
And this installation, even though I have asked to do it, and there's a glory of war too, because
Yep.
this is an art piece which plays with distance and being near. And when you come more near, when you look at the glory of art war two, when you come more near to the picture, you see the suffering in the face of the soldier.
Mm-hmm.
And this art piece, this has been there. I don't control this. This art piece has been there on the wall for about 6 hours, and then they could not stand it. They have taken it down, even if I have asked for it to do it.
Okay.
So there you see, I like also this interaction with the pieces. I like also to see how long the people can stand also to look at my work, because it brings them back to their own base nature. And
Yep.
it is sometimes difficult to stand. I can understand that, but it is important.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
And when you take a look, for example, maybe we can take a look, for example, at the meme cemetery.
Oh yeah.
The meme cemetery is a video installation which I have done. There's like this, I don't even know how it's called. I think it's a Stephen King film. In German, it's called Friedhof der Kuscheltiere. It's like it's like a light horror movie. So I've recreated this with the memes, because memes are, now nobody uses these memes anymore, but memes have been overused over the time, and it was time to say goodbye also to the memes and to look for something new instead. And there
And
are other pieces.
this is up in a museum.
This is up in the museum, yeah. Mm-hmm. This installation in the museum.
Is the music playing in the background when you're?
Yes, there's music playing.
Okay. It's
I'm not sure. I'm not looking at now, but it
yeah,
has music.
I just watched the video and the music it's not piped through to
You should watch
to
it
the
with
stream,
music.
but
So.
it's very it's funny because it's intense, it's unnerving, and then you're like, but it's about memes. And it's and I love how you have a computer for each separate one and you've named it.
Yeah,
It's
and
so
the
great.
computers is funny. This uses Gen 2. It's a netboot environment, a Gentoo based netboot environment.
Jeez.
This is really super nerdy, but
Yeah,
it
that I
worked.
love
It
that one.
worked. It worked. And but I do also a lot of other things. There are, for example, all this when you look at Surfing Star or Random Donuts. This is a project which is called Postcards from the Internet. This is a collaboration project which has happened in the Fediverse actually. It was about the internet when the internet would be like a person and the internet would visit places. How would it be? So, what you could do, you could request a postcard from the internet, and the
Oh,
internet has sent you a postcard. And these are the postcards I have. Of course, I have made the postcard. No, no, no. Sorry, I have to be more specific. Postcards from the internet you have with it was a bit different. You have received the postcard in form of a picture. The internet has sent you this picture, and what
that's
you had to do
love that idea.
when you was part of the project, what you had to do was to print out this picture on your printer and send it back to me. And this is when you see there's postcards from the internet. There between the light, my fire, and the mushroom. There you see all the postcards that the people has sent me back, and they were printed. Some has printed the things on this 9 needle printers, and some has printed it in really bad quality, and some has printed really nice quality and send it back to me as a postcard. So this is a complete circle. You could request a postcard from the internet. The internet visits a lot of places. It sends you a postcard if you want. In the Fediverse, the people could request a postcard. They send it, print it out, send it back to me, and I make an art installation out of it.
That's awesome.
That was pretty fun. And there were a
Do you
lot of people
still
taking part.
do you still do this?
The postcard of the internet, no, I'm not doing it anymore because it's also a
No.
lot of work, actually. Disappoint. Yeah,
Right?
because
That's
of course, I'm also lazy like everybody. And the easiest arts that I do is
Lioh.
normal. I'm
Lioh.
very
I I don't know you well, but saying you're lazy is hard to believe. Yeah. I, I don't know if you define
lazy.
lazy the same way the rest of us do.
Let's say lazy for an ADHD person. So lazy in my,
Okay.
yes,
Yeah.
lazy in my
Yeah,
context.
yeah, yeah.
But of course, for me, it's easier to make my things completely on my own. Interaction always requires an effort, not because I'm socially awkward or I don't like to be with people. I love to be with people and I like to interact with people, but it costs me a lot of energy.
Yeah, I totally understand. Can we talk about the software one?
The software, the free software with Richard Stallman, you mean this one? Yeah, the software one is, of course, about the four freedoms. Is a part of an article in a business magazine because yeah, I'm also this is the mostly the folks I'm surrounded with, mostly due to my partner because she's a business entrepreneur woman and we have all the business context. So I'm mostly surrounded with business people and of course my Linux friends, but the other side brings a lot of business people. So I have a lot of this business context, and this is a Wirtschaftsmagazin. This is like a magazine which is like for business people. Has nothing to do with free software. And we have written an article, they
Okay.
have made an interview with me, and we have written an article about free software. And it was so great because they did not know nothing, but they were so interested because this opens also their horizon to this, because it's not like now we have to make a software, we have to sell it, and then we make a lot of money. They want to see also that there exists other ways, and there exists other ways. And for me, it's important to say that there exists other ways, and I want to show
Yes.
that there exists other ways, and we can still make a lot of money out of it. I find this so important. Yes, it is important. Let's support each other. Let's support each other with making money with good quality content
I mean, that's
in
literally what the
our
show is
control,
about, right? Yeah.
in our own control, not with why should I support the platform? The platform does nothing for me. The platform is discriminating me.
Yes. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree 100%. The platform is there as a tool. And it's interesting that all these platforms are trying to lock stuff down because you lock it down, you have less content, which is people. That is what brings you the money too. And it amazes me how abusive they've become with this stuff
Super abusive.
when we're their money.
They're super abusive. I have, for example, I have
It's
also YouTube channel. Tuxwiz is also on YouTube. And on YouTube, you can follow me also on YouTube because I like that it's visible there. And YouTube has just deleted one of my videos because I have mentioned YouTube DLP. It's a tool where you can download YouTube videos and they don't, are you streaming on YouTube? Then I should not have said it. Otherwise, you have to cut this out because they are going to delete it possibly. Hopefully not. I'm not sure.
it's
Sorry.
I have been putting up YouTube videos, and one of my friends, Blender Dumbass, actually got me into cutting out snippets of the show in order to direct people to the peer tube, just to kind of give them a little nudge. I'll put this behind that. How's that?
That's good. That's perfect. I like him a lot. He does
Yeah,
also great music, actually. I think
he
he should
does.
make more music. He should make more.
He's
I always want
he's
to motivate him to make more music.
he's another one where he's like, sorry, I'm being lazy. I just made a game, plus I'm doing 3D art, plus I'm doing music, plus I'm doing voiceover, plus I'm like, how you're also not lazy. None of you are lazy. This is you guys. It's way too hard on yourself.
It's our
But
own. No, it's our own perspective. But what I wanted to say is that then they have deleted the video, and then they have like give me like a penalty. So I have been under suspicions, and they did not share my videos at all for more than 90 days. And I even
this
had
is
to make like a
ridiculous.
test. I had to make a psychological test if I follow their rules. And they have asked me all this kind of thing. You know that it's not good to download the videos from YouTube, and you know that you are doing really bad things like this. And I had to say yes.
It
Of course,
it
I did not say anything.
but it blows my mind because they're like, well, the videos aren't yours, so we could do what we want.
They are just
No,
crazy.
I just
They are just
this
suppressing
mindset
us because
is
they know this is the same. This is the same, for example, why Bill Gates was so scared about Linux,
yeah,
because they know we have more power than them, because we are millions of people. Of course, we have more power. They are
yep,
just a poor little company. And maybe they are not even employees anymore because they replace them all with AI. So, what they want to do, we are the people, the Fediverse, we are the people. And they are scared
right,
of the people. Of course, they are scared. I can understand why they are scared. But I still don't find it right because they are misusing their
yep,
position of power, which they have gained in a not
through
good
us.
way.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I totally agree with you. And one way you can, instead of watching Leo's videos on YouTube, you have videos.spacefun.ch, which
Yes.
there's a lot of very educational stuff. It is in German, right? But you have English subtitles, I believe.
I put now for all my videos English subtitles. I'm working also on French subtitles because a lot of people are interested also in the French community. There is a big Linux community in France or in the French-speaking countries. So I want to do that as well, and it has been requested, but it might take a little time. All the videos that are up now have German and English subtitles.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think. Yeah, because I have a PeerTube instance and I moderate it, so I only allow certain servers, and I'll have to double check, but I'm almost positive spacefun.ch is there.
That would be
And that's
great.
again, we need to but we all need to interact with the videos in order to pull them in so others can see them. Which again, something as simple as that. Do you guys know how much I don't really look at the thumbs up and the thumbs down and the subscription count, but I look at every single comment. I love when people talk to me and give me like, hey, good job, or maybe you should try this or have this person on. Like those and base interactions help spread. You say fungus, which I think is valid. I talk about planting the seeds so that when they grow into one giant tree that all interconnects. Sorry, I keep smacking my mic. But unfortunately, well, hang on. Before I get to that, what's the best way people can help you, your mission, whatever you want? What do you, if someone could help you right now, if that's financially, if that's sharing in your videos, what does help look like to you? Do you have a donation page?
Yes, I have a donation page. Yes, I have a donation page.
Is that
Yes,
the best way to help your mission or
I think that's the best way. That's actually I have an article about what is the best way to help me. Let me just check this out if I find it now. It's in German, but it should be translatable very easily. Let me just see it.
as I'm trying to find it on Space Fund.
No, I think that's on gnulinux.ch. I'm getting there. I just want to know if I can put it up here. Let's see. So here it is. So I'm going to send you this one here in our chat. We have a chat here, I think, or not?
Yep. Yep, in Jitsi, we have a
Let's see.
chat.
Yes. And there you find a link. We still also have the issue that mostly all money transfer goes over PayPal. That
Yep.
sucks. Also, when we are
Yeah.
using things like Libera Pay or things like this, it still goes over PayPal or Stripe. So what you can do is you can use
Yep.
PayPal, and yeah, we have to find a better solution for that. Or you can do it by a direct bank transfer. I'm not sure how well this works from the US, but PayPal for sure works. And this
Okay.
is a big issue we also have. We don't have a decentralized payment system for us, which is in our control and not in the control by some essence.
I think some folks are working on that one too, right?
I hope so. I hope so. Would be great. Yeah.
What is the project? I'm positive there is. I'll if I can't remember it, I'll find the project and
Yeah,
send
there
it to you
is
because it's
Libera
really
Pay, but
interesting.
yeah.
No. There's a whole like GNU project
Ah, great.
and
Ah, GNU Thaler, you mean?
GNU Taller. Yes,
Yeah. That still takes some time. They're very active here in Switzerland, actually. We
that's what
have
I
them
was gonna
there.
say. Is you're in the perfect location because I think they just got a Swiss bank that hopped on with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We got all the
yeah,
money here.
yeah. No, I
Send
think
us
I think.
more.
All right. So now for the real reason I asked Leo here is to give him the opportunity to win a prize of a lifetime. Our prize today is a mysterious object that bends light and time around it so much that most people don't even think it's there. What it
Sounds
does,
amazing.
we don't know, but we're sure Leo can figure it out if Leo can win it. Are you ready for the quiz, Leo?
I'm not sure. Yeah. I'm open. I'm always open for a good quiz. Yeah.
All right. Favorite movie and why is it Spaceballs?
No, it's actually not Spaceballs. If you are in that category, it would be Dark Star. My favorite movie
Dark
is
Star.
possibly your most unfavorite movie because it's Blade Runner. It's really long and it's the best movie ever made.
See,
Uh,
I'll say this about that. Blade Runner is such a gorgeous movie to look at that has some of the best acting in the world that the story is just so slow and boring and at the end of it he doesn't really do anything like
no. I told you in the pre-show also. I told you already. There's a game. There's a game which I think has
yeah
been developed for MS-DOS. I'm just playing this game now on Linux, the Blade Runner game. It's a classic game. You can still buy it online. It's a great game, and you will become the character. And then you will not feel like there's nothing happening because you are the one in charge. If you are able to put yourself as the one in charge, you can feel this movie, and it's a great masterpiece. It's a great masterpiece.
yeah
And
but
also, the successor is a good movie. It's not as great as the original, but it still is a good movie. It's
yeah
from my perspective, this one is a little bit too long, but it was one of the last movies where I've actually been in the cinema.
see I have actually read Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep and
Hmm.
I actually like the book better than the movie because
Okay.
literally about halfway through the book is the same as the movie, and then it just completely diverges, right? So, uh, next question: chocolate or cheese?
Yeah, that's a good question because we are in Switzerland here and we have both very great. We have great chocolate and we have great cheese. I still think the chocolate we have, I mean, I'm just on the opposite side of the Lindt factory. The Lindt factory is the one of the
Oh, okay,
biggest, well-known chocolate factories, and they have a great museum. If you're here in Zurich, tell me, we can hang out together. And you have to visit the chocolate factory because it's such an amazing experience. So chocolate for sure is
okay.
the way to go, but I also love cheese, of course. So I cannot say no to cheese.
What does it always smell like chocolate around you then? If you're right near the
I'm on the other side of the lake, so I don't smell it, but when you are there, it smells like
yeah, it smells
chocolate,
like
don't you
it.
think?
Nice. I love chocolate. Chocolate's so good. But yeah, cheese is amazing. I figured it's funny because little things like that are like, oh, that's a hard one. It's like that's yeah. It's to get people to talk. Next question: meatballs, meetups, or meat bags?
Oh, I don't like any of them. I'm not eating so much meat or no meat at all mostly.
What about a
Meetups,
meetup?
I don't know, I don't like
You
any
can't
of
do
them.
that. No.
No,
Okay.
we have our meetings, but it's not a meetup. We have our free software meetings every
Yes.
month,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
but it's not a meetup because meetup is again a platformification. You are in a platform. They control what you're doing when you're
Oh
using
well, I was
meetup.
just talking about people meeting up. Yeah, I
Then
don't.
when
I
you call
was
it meeting, I would go for meeting
okay.
because
There you go.
meet back, I don't know even know what that is actually.
Humans. I saw Blender
Okay.
in your meme cemetery, and he would call humans meatbags.
Okay.
So, all right. Next question: what does an alternate universe Leo do?
Alternate universe, Leo does exactly the same,
He does exactly the same thing,
just in different colors.
just in different colors. Okay. No, I like that. All right, that's good. So I reached out to an alternate universe, Leo. I have a alternate universe phone here. It's very complicated. Don't ask. And when I reached out to Leo, Leo said they were an artist. And I asked them to give me more information. They said they actually build killer robots to help them take over the universe and the multiverse, but they draw cute little kittens and all kinds of, art on the robots to make them less scary. So, best of luck to alternate universe and conquering everything. Maybe
That's
the world would be
actually that's
better.
that's actually quite funny that this came up now. It's very interesting because I have a folder in my computer where I put artwork which I have made, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I want to put it out yet. It's called undecided underline yet.
Okay.
And I was looking up this folder yesterday. I look it up from time to time to see, is there something which has to get out now? And there is actually an artwork which I have put out from this folder yesterday in order to put it online, which shows exactly this killer robot. Can you imagine? It's called Wow Robot. Can you imagine this is crazy or not?
I mean, alternate universes. Anything
They
can
are all
happen.
here.
Yeah. All right. Next question. PewDiePie, Greta Thunberg, or Forzen?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I
Okay.
don't know anything.
These are all famous Swiss people. So PewDiePie, you don't know PewDiePie?
No.
He is or was one of the largest YouTubers, like 100 million viewers. And one of the big news is literally over the last couple of weeks, all of his videos have been about like he's switching to Linux. He's showing off all these free and open source applications. He's talking about alternate platforms instead of YouTube and Google. And then
Never heard of
Greta
it.
Greta Thunberg is
Oh yeah, Greta Thunberg, I know, yeah.
yeah, okay. And then Forzen is a Twitch streamer. You know.
I don't. Then
So
I
would
have to
you?
go with Greta,
Yeah.
but just because I think don't blame her for all. Don't blame her for all. Don't blame when she does things, when she
Yeah,
goes there to do helpful work in a good
I
intention.
agree.
Don't label it as a selfie yacht. Don't do that, because like this, you are downvoting people who wants to do good things for others. Don't do that. Help them to do. Don't use these things politically. Help them, allow them to do their good work, or don't comment on it. Just don't comment on it.
Right? That's the amazing thing is everyone thinks they need to comment on something on social
For
media.
what?
Like,
Let her do her work. Let her.
yeah,
Let her. If you don't
she's
like it, you
just
don't have to
trying to
like it.
make the world a better place for everyone. Oh my God, that's so awful. Yeah,
If
I don't know.
everybody would do that, where we would be then?
Right?
Who could live in such a world?
That's I've tried to explain to my dad. He's like, I don't want all these solar panels everywhere. It's not a real thing. And I'm like, let's look at it one of two ways. We do nothing and you're wrong and we're all in deep trouble. Or we try and have clean energy. And even if solar or even if climate change isn't real, like you're saying it's not, we have free energy. Like what is the
But
downside here?
look,
Clean energy.
the funny thing about that is I've just stumbled over an article which was showing the state of solar usage in China. And they put solar panels literally on everything, on all
Everywhere.
of their shit. There's a solar panel
Yep.
on the things where they put the bikes down, on the train things, everywhere. There are solar panels everywhere. So they are doing what we are complaining about. And we are
Yep.
still digging for oil, also when the well has run dry long time ago.
Yep.
Learn a little bit. Look at
Nah.
what science tells you. We are
Yeah.
all there. Why we have to follow this stupid dumbass? Oh, sorry, it's not you, Blender dumbass.
Yeah, that's
You're a
actually kind
great
of
guy,
is.
actually. I love your
Yeah.
work.
Yeah, I agree. All right. As usual, the last question is going to be sent to Leo telepathically. I'll send the question. I'll let you know when it arrived, even though you'll know because it arrived. And take your time, think carefully, and let me know your answer, okay? Here it comes. Okay, there's the question. Take your time, think about your answer.
Actually, it has arrived already before the show.
Oh,
It's in a
it's
time tunnel. It's in a time tunnel.
yeah.
So the question is the typical question which everybody has to answer. Is the question, the one and only question, Star Wars or Star Trek? It can only be this question. And my answer is I have grown up with Star Trek, so I'm a Star Trek person, but I love Star Wars
Th-
as well. I cannot say no to Star Wars. But I
This
have been taught all my knowledge from Star Trek. All what I build comes from there, so I cannot deny it.
the thing that I love is this is such a divisive answer over movies, right? And I grew up on Star Trek, but I also grew up on Star Wars. Like the first Star Wars came out before I was born. And but I watched Star Trek with my dad constantly. And when people ask like, okay, well take the nostalgia out of it. Okay. Well, Star Trek is us. We've succeeded in not completely destroying ourselves. We've gone out through the entire universe and found such amazing things and Captain Kirk had sex with it. But and we all do it for the betterment of mankind. Or something that happened long ago in a galaxy far away. Like, yeah. No, it's no choice for me either. Like Star Trek. 100% Star Trek. I love Star Trek. I have a like a communicator somewhere I'm so proud of. It's
Ah, that's great.
Bluetooth and yeah, but I'm the same way. But anyway, congratulations. You got every answer either correct or incorrect. Good job. I just heard. I asked a local developer, a member of our community, to come and bring your mysterious object, and he set it down, and now he can't find it. So I apologize. We'll make sure to punish local developer appropriately for losing your mysterious object. But that's all we have today.
But remember, no, 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 that's not all we have.
Oh
Remember,
yeah, yeah,
your
yeah.
prize.
Oh
Your
yeah, yeah,
prize
yeah.
is already on the way.
Dude, I'm excited by that. I'm so excited. I will,
Send me the
yes.
information. Send me the
Yes.
information.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. I have a PO box and all of that. I'll get it to you as soon as possible, plus my size.
yes, yes,
I'm really excited about that. That is a great. I will wear it everywhere. My wife will be upset because I'll just wear it every day. I'll wear it to sleep. I'll wear it in the shower.
tell me the size which your wife has, and
Yep.
I'll send you two.
Thank you. Yeah, and then everyone else go get a shirt. And
Everyone else
and
get go get a shot. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, go pick up a shirt. And by buying the shirt, I've always thought this was crazy that people wear like Reebok and Adidas and Nike. It's like you're a walking billboard. You're a walking advertisement. Let's be an advertisement for something we care about. Because that'll ask like people will ask questions about it. It's a great, conversation point. If you don't like people asking questions about it, maybe wear it inside out so you can still represent, but no one asks questions. But anyway, still wear
You're getting better. You're getting better with your marketing skills.
it. I'm trying. I have to learn too. But thank you, Leo, so much for coming.
Thank you
We
very much.
definitely have to have another one in the future because you're so
Working on
passionate and
stuff.
amazing. And maybe in a year or two, some of the
Yeah,
issues you're talking about have been resolved, or maybe there are people that are working on it. But
that would
again,
be great.
that's we need to know our failures to see where we can succeed, right? If we never look at the bad side of things, we'll never be able to grow and expand and make the whole thing better. So thank you again, Leo, so
Like
much
and
for coming.
subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Share it
Share,
around,
like,
boost it
subscribe.
on the Fediverse. We're on, Twitter, Blue Sky, YouTube, PeerTube first, but there is a YouTube. I was shocked actually. 14. I mean, not that that's a lot, but it is to me. 14 people following me on YouTube. So hi, all those. It might have grown since then. But anyway, thank you so much, and everyone on the Fediverse. Thank you all for what you do. As Leo pointed out, it's just a platform. It's nothing without you. I know you think you don't do a lot. I just send, I just like looking at cat pictures and thumbs upping them. Or every once in a while, send a reply and say, have a good day. That matters. That makes us all feel better. Those are the human connections. Reach out and talk to someone and actually talk to them, not at them. Even on the Fediverse, we have the bad habit of, as Leo said again, perfectly, is just throwing a comment out there, and then it's not a helpful comment, it's not a constructive comment. Like, let's talk to each other and let's evolve this thing. This thing's for us. No one controls it. So it's only going to get better if we work to make it better. And finally, we can't each do everything. Leo does Leo does everything essentially, but together we can do anything. So again, let's come together and work through these. We don't have to be beholden to techno kings. So thank you all so much, and we'll catch you next time. Have a good one.
Thank you
Bye.
so much. Bye.